There he is. Fired up on a Friday. Happy Halloween. The best time of year. Some people say that's Christmas. I don't know. I say it's Halloween.
Taz is in the building already.
Taz is here. Yeah, we're gonna have some fun on this one. We're going to try and keep it a little light. Feel free to jump in. We're fired up about Halloween movies. So let us know what your favorite Halloween movies are. There are no wrong answers here. And I would love to know, maybe I'll find out a movie that I should have watched that I haven't seen yet. So I'm hoping for that because I've seen so many of them. I've seen them all, I think. One of the most recent ones, I will jump right into this pool here, is, have you seen the new, and it's not very new at this point, I think 2018 or something like that, but the Pet Sematary one?
No, I haven't.
Watch
that.
Good? It was very good.
Pet Sematary was always a movie that was brought up. Like my dad made me watch that because Bayonne is mentioned in the movie.
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
So it's like, oh, you got to watch it because they talk about Bayonne.
Yep. Bayonne, New Jersey. He says something like that. But yeah, I mean, the new remake of it, really good.
I gotta. Is it actually good? Like,
no, it's good. I'm telling you right now, you are going to be engaged the entire time. Computer generated?
Yes.
No.
Really? Oh, okay.
No. It did the original very much justice, and it brought like a whole new level. Serious, like, check out Pet Sematary. I think number 2 is in the works. It might be coming out this year. Got to look it up. It might be coming out next month.
Ooh.
So that's a good one to check out.
I thought I was mentioning to you before that I didn't know what my favorite Halloween movie was, but I think I do know. I watch a lot of scary movies, so it's difficult for me to pick my favorite. But this one, for some reason, ever since I was a teenager, always scared me. Jeepers Creepers.
Oh, it's underrated.
Jeepers Creepers still scares me.
I can still see that lady, and then I'm like, Jeepers Creepers.
Yeah.
How'd you get those peepers?
Exactly.
Oh yeah. Underrated. Not a bad movie. I actually saw it in the movie theater.
Really?
Yeah, with a girl that I met in Seaside Heights. And it was awkward.
Sure.
We hit it off the first day we met. I had to be 19 at the time when that came out. That's how long ago that came out. Yeah. And then we ended up going to the movies like a week later, and we just like, it was just like weird, awkward silence. It was not good. That was the last time I ever saw her.
Movie dates when you're a teenager are really awkward and weird.
Yeah.
So Taz says Top Gun is his favorite Halloween movie.
He loves that movie, man. Every day he watches it.
I believe that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, since we have Taz here, do you want to bring up the competition?
Sure. Yeah. So we started talking about the Fedoween pumpkin carving competition back in August, because I said my favorite time of year is coming, and we were going to release it at some point in this month, and it was just the whole month was getting away from us. So I was back in the building yesterday, thankfully, and we got this fired up going, and we brought it up, and around whatever time we went live yesterday morning, and we were gonna be like, oh, I don't know if we could fit this in. I don't know if we could do it. And Taz was like, I got this. I got it. Then he went to Walmart and he bought pumpkins, and then he did a live, and he said, don't try to trick us and carve a watermelon, because I know what watermelons look like.
Oh, and that made me think, if it's a pumpkin carving competition, can I carve a gourd? The funny looking ones?
With all the little bumps and.
Yes.
Why not? I mean, I guess. Sure, do it. Well, that's actually, Taz could decide that. I'll let Taz decide that.
He said it has to be a pumpkin. It's
got to be a pumpkin. So with that, we were saying, we wanted to come up with, we wanted to have a nice prize that would go in, kind of with media and stuff. So we're going to get a year subscription to the winner to Canva, a pro Canva account. So it's like $130 value or something like that. $130 value, and it's so worth it.
It really is. Like, look, I jokingly commented on Rich posting a new cover photo for the Facebook group, because I was like,
Canva.
Wow, Rich made that. Canva helped you out tremendously.
Oh, yeah. Canva. Well, that's the thing. Canva makes it very easy. And if you're not using it for your marketing, you should be. So this is going to be able to jumpstart somebody that was kind of thinking about it. They're doing their free version. I don't know. Either way, maybe they weren't using it at all. Now you're going to be able to use that. So get creative and see what you come up with. And Josh, Taz, and I will be going live.
Does Josh know?
Josh don't know. I put Josh's hat in the ring. Yeah. So Mr. Zolan, wherever you are, if you're watching now, if you're watching the replay, you're a judge. I'll see you on November 1st.
We should send him a calendar invite.
We should.
And also,
the man is busy.
I should mention that this is totally not sponsored by Canva. The way we're talking about it makes it seem like, they're sponsoring it, but we genuinely just really, truly use Canva Pro very often.
Yeah. And if Canva is watching, hello, we could really blow you up. Like, let us know.
Did tag Canva on LinkedIn, so
maybe they'll find us. Maybe they'll see that we're promoting them and they want to get involved. So that's
Josh
that.
Is here.
Josh is here.
Wait, what are we doing? Doesn't matter. I'm in.
See, that's my guy. We're judging the pumpkin contest, and it's going to be a lot of fun. Yeah, so I'm glad we were able to stay on track from what we put through, and Taz is going to help us out. And I guess it really, like I said, the work is really on them, not us.
Yeah, you're right.
So, but I think I'm not gonna put myself in the ring to win, obviously, but I'm gonna be going pumpkin picking, I think October 23rd. And then we're gonna go back and I'm gonna do some carving with my nephew Carson. So we'll see what we come up with, just for show.
You should just go to Walmart like Taz suggested and see if the pumpkins are $2.
I listen, I might do that too. Gotta support my Walmart fam. So we might do that too, but we gotta go to the farms. It's just fun.
Absolutely. You actually really should support the farms.
We gotta go to the farm.
Have the apple cider donuts.
Well, do you go to Delicious Orchards? Have you ever been to there?
I think so.
Okay, so if you're in Jersey and it's in Colts Neck, I believe, Delicious Orchards has been there forever. They have an apple farm there, but you also do pumpkin picking, and they have the best apple cider donuts, pumpkin pies, apple pies. Like it's like a staple here.
So what you're saying is on Monday or Monday the 25th, when you come into the office, we're gonna, or I guess you'll be on Long Island actually, but you're gonna bring us some treats.
If we make it to Delicious Orchards, I absolutely will. We definitely have brought pies here before for that, so we'll see.
Taz says that Walmart buys from local farms. That's good to know.
That's a beautiful thing. That is a beautiful thing.
And Taz, it's actually really surprising to me. I mentioned it to Rich yesterday. I said, if I worked at Walmart, I probably would never want to be in Walmart. And you go to Walmart so often.
Yeah, he loves Walmart.
He does.
He loves it. He loves the company he works for, and he loves the store. I'm not a big fan of Walmart in this town.
Our Walmart is.
I feel like I've gone to the South Jersey one over the years, like in Brick and everything, and it's so much better. I don't know if I could explain, like, it's just like the way it's set up, the product. Like, I don't know.
We have the smallest Walmart in the country.
Do we?
Yes.
Well, maybe that's why too. I don't know. I don't love it.
But Tess also says there are no other stores here.
There you go. They have one store. Everyone goes to Walmart for their groceries, for their school supplies, for their clothes. Anyway.
Oh, Tess says, no, you don't. I must have old information. In terms of having the smallest Walmart in the country. Now I need to Google.
I bet you Taz knows. He's going to tell us.
Yeah, he will.
So, listen, we're talking Halloween movies though. What other Halloween movies are we talking about?
Josh,
obviously,
what's your favorite Halloween
movie? Halloween movies, ladies and gentlemen? We need to know because it's that time of year. Michael Myers always and forever going to live infamously as my favorite Halloween movie, Halloween character, I guess. Just and it's the 1978 Mustafa Akkad or whatever, Jamie Lee Curtis. It's just the best one. I mean, to me. There's other ones that are decent. Not gonna lie, the other ones are good, but 1978, man.
Did you see this video of a little girl that really loves Michael Myers?
Yes, I saw, and he came out of like the.
Yes.
I love you, Michael.
I love you, and she ran up and hugged him.
Yep.
For her birthday.
She loves Michael Myers. I saw that.
That is the oddest thing.
Hey, a girl after my own heart.
And Josh says, I'm a big Nightmare on Elm Street guy.
We just talked about that. I watched that on the plane back from Arizona. I fell asleep during it, but it's okay. I used to watch that growing up as a kid. I used to watch it like 10 years old, scared to death, but I still wanted to watch it. My mom was like, then why are you watching it? Stop watching it. I'm like, because I want to be scared.
To this day, I have never seen The Exorcist.
No?
I won't watch it.
Really?
I feel like if I watch that, I'm going to be possessed.
No, we're not going to be possessed. You got to watch it. It's a
No,
classic.
I can't.
It's a classic. It's a classic. Come on. Exorcist. It was a good film. It was good. Not my favorite, but
The Conjuring are
Oh.
some of my favorite possession movies, though.
absolutely. I think The Conjuring is so well done. Even the last one wasn't my favorite, but it was still very well done.
Oh, Children of the Corn. For some reason, that was a movie I would watch
Children of the
multiple
Corn.
times
Yeah.
as a teenager.
Yep. Yeah, I definitely have seen it a couple times growing up, but not something that really ever stuck out or really stuck with me that I loved. What was that Jacob, or what was the guy's name in there? Jacob? I don't know.
Zachariah?
Zachariah, something like that. But what else? So I just talking to you about I Spit on Your Grave. I just watched a couple of those. A little bit gory. So if you're not into that, I wouldn't watch it. And it's just I wouldn't say necessarily it's like horror per se, but it's like a thriller / gory.
It's a revenge movie.
It's revenge, yes. Very well done, I think. I don't know. It was very engaging. You're gonna be focused the whole time. So I Spit on Your Grave. Check those out. Anyone else jumping in?
Well, Taz says we had 20 acres of corn. It was real to me and my sister.
They were the Children of the Corn.
Yes. Oh, I actually want to know, Taz, have you ever experienced, what's it, crop circles?
Oh yeah. Well, alien movies, Signs.
Signs.
That was a pretty good movie.
That's a very good movie, actually.
That was a pretty good movie. The Fourth Kind. Have you seen that?
Yes.
Not bad.
I like that one. That one scared me very much.
Yeah, not bad. I love alien movies. I love stuff like that, but stuff that's along the lines of like something that could be reality. I love the stuff that's based on the true story or real events anyway, and stuff like that. Like I love that. So, honestly, if you have like alien movies that I should be watching, UFOs, whatever, sci-fi, something along those lines, would love to know a good one because I'm always looking for one of those. The one recently, Alien Resurrection, I think from like 2017 or something. Did you see that?
Yeah.
That was freaking good.
Those alien movies. Oh, Josh says, same Taz, 50 acres of corn behind my property. Terrifying. No crop circles, but we had cartel mules land a helicopter one time in our field. That is interesting.
Yeesh. Yikes.
And they were probably like, where are we? What are we doing in Arkansas?
Yeah. Man. That would be kind of scary. What else is out there?
We have no experience with this. We don't know what it's like to have acres and acres of corn behind us.
Nope. I only have acres and acres of other houses behind me.
But the scene in Signs where they're running through, or you see the alien in the corn.
Yeah.
That's so scary still.
Yeah. And that M. Night Shyamalan, right? So he always comes up with some interesting things. I know I didn't love all his stuff, but The Sixth Sense, obviously very good. I think he failed on The Village or something.
No, a lot of people like The Village.
I got
the one with the mermaid lady. That one wasn't the best.
I don't even know what that is.
One of the 2 times the FBI visited. Those are good stories. Yeah, now I'm excited to hear about this. Maybe on our next talk, Taz, we'll chat on why the FBI visited.
Yeah, that's good clickbait too. What other movies are we gonna loop in the thing here? I mean, I don't know. Obviously, Josh mentioned Nightmare on Elm Street. Those are the things. What about Friday the 13th? All the Jason movies.
Well, yes.
I mean, those are all classic Halloween things for me. I mean, they're not the best movies, but they're part of my childhood. I mean, grew up watching these things, so you know.
This sounds like something that you would do out in Cornland. We used to play a game, get blackout drunk, run through the field. First one to find their way back wins. So many people slept out there.
Oh my god!
And we're probably abducted by aliens.
Oh my goodness! Wow.
It goes to show how different growing up in like what's it, not suburban. That's farmland versus growing up in
the city area. Yeah. Because we would do that, but we called it the nightclub, and we would go to the club and get drunk and see who made it home at the end of the night. So many times I fell asleep in the club, or on top of a speaker, or on the corner of Webster Hall. I fell asleep on that corner one time.
Nice.
Yeah. Yep.
We need to do a background story series for Fed, says Taz.
Absolutely. We're gonna do all these things. We're gonna do there's so much that we're gonna get to over the next 45 years. It's gonna be amazing.
45 years.
I can't wait.
You had clubs, we had barns.
See? Kind of the same. You never know. But yeah, what else? What the hell else? I mean, no one else is jumping in with any movies we need to see.
Movies, but I think that leads you into, the actual topic of conversation.
Nightmare customers. Yeah, I know. So there's always talk, right, about the customer is always right, and there is truth in that. The customer is always right until the day you decide, I'm not going to take money from you anymore. Now we're going to have an honest conversation. Because if you're taking money from someone for a service, then you keep your mouth shut and you do what's right for the customer, and that's it. But when you decide to say to yourself, you know what, I'm going to fire this customer. We're not taking money from them anymore. Now we're going to have an honest conversation. Then I think that's when the point, and I'm not saying to get disrespectful, but that's the point where you can kind of say, you know what, it's time for us to part ways, and here's why. So there's been a lot of, and listen, there's a lot of stuff that we could talk about. Dan Deibler right now is always bringing controversial things to the Fed group. I don't know. I'm not one to name names, so I don't know. I'm struggling. Like, should I keep that post up? Because I'm not trying to hurt people here. And it is my community to kind of monitor and make sure that, some stuff like this is paid attention to, because ultimately I'm going to be the one who gets in trouble for it. So I'm going to get the phone call. Because
you're apparently the face.
Yeah, I'm gonna get the phone call. So I don't know, struggling with that, but this is a controversial topic about customers and end users that we service. Not our current customer base necessarily, but there could be a couple. It could be a couple. So before I even start, if you have any nightmare customer stories you want to share, please do so. I would refrain from putting their full names out or anything like that. And if it's any partnerships or anything, I would refrain from putting those names out. It's not necessarily about who; it's just about the whys and the actual story behind it. So we don't need to know who. Dealing with some stuff recently here. We were just talking about. Does anyone know what an accidental text on purpose is? There's actually a whole episode of Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Really?
With an accidental text on purpose. Do you watch that show?
No, I don't. I don't watch Curb Your Enthusiasm, but it's coming back, right?
This month, I think. I think in the next 2 weeks, I think it comes back. There was a whole episode on this, and she was like, "Oh, you think I don't know that you didn't send me an accidental text on purpose? You effing idiot!" He's like, no. But these are texts that could be like, they could be angry and blasting you or whatever you want to say, and you send it to the wrong person accidentally, but you really did it on purpose.
Gotcha.
Basically, that's what that is, right? So we get an email, I think, that is kind of in that vein. And let me tell you, if we do everything we can to make our customers as happy as possible. I will go out of my way and go visit customers that have said, this partnership is failing. We don't, blah, blah, blah. Okay. I'm going to come and visit you. I'm going to come and talk to you. I want to talk to your team. I want to find out where we're falling short, what's happened. I care that much. I'm going to come, especially if you've signed a piece of paper as a planned maintenance agreement, labor service contract agreement. That's important. I have to go see. So things accumulate over time, and there's manufacturers in these locations that we've never seen before. Now, these manufacturers, where do we get parts for them? They're not in places that you would think they are. They're not in the main distribution places. They're not any of that. So we're calling these manufacturers. They don't know us. So we got to set you up and all these different things. It's taken all this time and we can't get in touch with them. No one's calling us back. This takes time. We try to explain that. Customers don't want to hear it. But that's where I think the partnership, this is supposed to be a partnership. We're here to keep that customer in business in the sense of your equipment's running, your employees can use it to make food, to serve the customer. You're in business. We're in business. That's the partnership. If we're giving you facts and we're telling you exactly what's going on the entire time and you don't accept that, I can't change that. I'm giving you factual information. All the supply chain logistics stuff that we've been talking about when we were at Cefesta conference. I mean, there was a lot of talk on this. Mind-blowingly, the topic was so bigger than I thought it would be. Because I understand, I think we all understand the kinks in the chain here. I don't think anyone's blaming the distribution. I don't think anyone's blaming the manufacturer. I think we understand that there's a shortage of labor at the ports. There's a shortage of people to be producing the thing. There's shortages everywhere. Boats are stuck in channels. There's just a million reasons. We're doing our best to explain this to the customer. They don't want to accept it. But yet, at the same time, they know that they have labor shortages, and they have. I mean, I visited a place that didn't have fountain soda.
Yes.
They said, "Oh,
very often now, actually."
They said, "Oh, do you mind if I give you a can?" I'm like, "No, it's fine." Yeah, because we don't, the fountain soda, we can't, we don't have the syrups and everything, and so it's they told us, our distributor told us just to buy cans. Will give us about 4 weeks.
That literally happened to me this past Tuesday. My friend ordered a Coke and they were like, "Sorry, we don't have it." Just, we don't have it.
Right.
No alternative.
No alternative. I mean, and you have to accept that because that's the fact. And you can't be mad at the restaurant because do you think that they're sitting there going, "Hey, let's not order Coke and let's see what the people do"? Like, that's not happening. We're not doing that. No one's sitting around going, "Hey, you know what? We need a gas valve for this fryer. We need about 400 of them for the country. Let's not place the order with our distributors and make people go out of business with their fryers." That's not happening, right? We're getting factual information. Everyone's doing the best they can, and that's the same thing. So we're talking about this for the customer, the standpoint of where we are with our customer in this particular situation. We've done all we can. I went down and visited our technicians, and I'm monitoring it. Our technicians are there. If they're not there the same day, they're there the next day. You know how hard that is in the world that we live in? But I said, you know what? We got to step up a little extra for them because you know what? We might have, failed them in a couple of areas. So let me just make sure that we really step it up for this location. I put the vibe out upstairs. I said, do that. I'm monitoring it. I'm watching it. We've done every single thing that we can. This restaurant has equipment that's beat up. They have manufacturers in there that are not normal, not average. Parts are not readily available. And these things are communicated. And I've seen the communication and I've seen it. We have our key account manager on the road communicating things constantly. And then we get this accidental, you guys suck. They suck. Get us out of this thing. And we read that. It's like, okay, cool. How professional. How professional is that?
My question though, in terms of the equipment, where would they have gotten it from? These manufacturers that you haven't seen?
Whoever does their purchasing, they're buying. I have no idea.
Okay, like within the restaurant, you're saying?
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, I have no idea who does their buying or whatever. I mean, that's on them. I don't know. I can't make them.
I guess what I mean is, were they looking for used things to save money?
This was new.
Okay.
These were new pieces of equipment that went down, but we have no relationship with them.
I see.
We were looking them up online. We're calling technical support. We're doing these different things. I think there was a compressor issue with something. I can't remember the exact thing, but yeah, we couldn't get in touch. We couldn't make things happen fast enough because we had no relationship. Now we have relationships.
Okay.
So now if something happened again with these people, we're good to go. But yeah, I mean, getting emails that are just like so offensive when all you do is have people here that go out of their way and care. And this doesn't even stem from a service thing. They don't even, this is not even a cancellation from a service thing. This is because of a billing housekeeping thing that we made a mistake with. I'm not going to get into the whole thing, but
Yeah.
honest mistake. We apologize, but they if you can't even get your billing right or whatever it is, we're out of here. Like you know what? And by the way, I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
You want to know why I'm okay with that? Because I put forth all my efforts, went down there to meet people, shake hands. We got you. My key account manager constantly in communication, visits there periodically. My office communicating, given their all. They understood how important it was to me for the account. I'm not going to lose sleep over this one. We did all we can.
Yeah, you gave 100%. You gave your best. Your best wasn't theirs, so you gotta accept
That's
it.
fine. And listen, I think they're going to find that they're making a mistake. Because I know I could be biased probably because it's our company, but I really honestly don't believe that there's anyone better. I don't believe there's any better team out there. I'm sorry. I put my guys up against anybody in the country. We have the best of the best here. And I get that told to me over and over and over again by manufacturer partnerships, by so many customers that have been with us for 10 years. One of the national chain accounts, we were having some issues with getting to locations because we're so inundated with calls. But he reached out to me. He said, Rich, with the relationship we have, two things. Number one, you guys have the best technicians I've seen. Number two, we just need to work on the communication a little better. And man, do I drive communication home here all day long. It's simple in theory, but it's not easy. So we have to continue to improve on the communication. But, as long as there's open lines of communication and there's empathy on both sides, and we understand that we are here to help you. We are not here to hurt you. We are your wingman. We're your guys. We're your girls. We're here for you. If it's not good enough, that's cool. Like, God bless, good luck. Try, go down the road, find the next guy. But in this vein, in this sense, I feel like no one's going to make these people happy, and that's okay. Listen, we move on. There's a lot of business out here.
And Chris comments, you can please some of the people all of the time, but you can't please all of the people all of the time. I had to read that slowly and carefully because I was like, this is going to be a tongue twister.
Yeah.
You can please some of the people all of the time, but you can't please all of the people all of the time.
Right. It's true. And you can't live your life that way, right? So we have to focus on the people that are here for us, that care for us, and that we care for back. And when that relationship is no longer, it's like breaking up with a girlfriend or a boyfriend. And you say, okay, listen, you know what? It's not working out. Here's the reasons why. We tried. That's cool. I wish you well. I wish you well.
So I had a thought when you were talking about the equipment that the manufacturers that you haven't seen before, right? This being your first experience with them.
Mm-hmm.
I was wondering if let's say they're new to this market, wouldn't they reach out to all the New Jersey service companies to make sure that their equipment is going to be serviced well?
I mean, that's something obviously you would think, like common sense, like why wouldn't they put together a network, right?
Just to be, a network to be like, hey, we're
And
here. If you see us.
But maybe they do have a network. I didn't look into it. They might. If you go to their website and you look and it says, schedule service, one of two things are going to happen. And I haven't looked, but one, it's going to go to a map. You're going to click on it and you're going to find the service company in your state. Or two, it's just going to go right to their 800 number and they're going to dispatch who they want.
I see. Okay.
So who they have set up, I don't know. Most manufacturers try to set up a service network. Some manufacturers have, not really have their own network of people. Like Hobart is the big one. They have their own service network. They're manufactured, like they're the whole kit and caboodle. But yeah, usually there's a service network set up. Listen, I mean, it's when you have those one-offs that you never seen before, these things could happen. So maybe I should go back and revisit them and introduce them to Fed Nation. So maybe they have someone to look at, or they can go to Sofesa.com and go to Service Locator. I send people there all the time. If you're an end user customer and you happen to watch this now on the replay and you're looking for service in the country, if you go to Sofesa.com, Service Locator, you're going to find a lot of quality companies in your area. So I send people there all the time. People text me like, hey, Rich, or email me, Rich, hey, you guys don't cover, whatever, Ohio or Maryland. And I'm like, no, but here, let me send you a link. I always send that link.
Gotcha.
So, yeah. But
I'm going to do that too. Because I know a lot of people on the West Coast with restaurants. And now that they know I'm in this industry, they're like, oh, where do we go?
Yeah.
I'll send them to Sofesa.
Why not? It's all set up for you. It's all set up for you right there. So, yeah, but this is like one of those things, especially in today's day and age. Unfortunately, listen, we talk about it here all the time. People are just very angry, more angrier than I've ever seen, and they're nasty, and there's just no call for it. We're all, I know it's corny and it's overplayed and it's BS to a lot of people, but when we say we're all in this together, like we're all in this together. Like it's happening across multiple industries across the world. There should be no mind-boggling, mind-blowing conversations like when someone calls up and we told them we're scheduling things out as fast and as much as we can up here, right? So there was a service call that came in, and lo and behold, and I'm gonna be as truthful and honest as I can, like I always am, which gets me in trouble, but without naming names, it was a service call for a warranty.
Okay. For
a manufacturer that pays trash.
Okay.
And they want service right now. No. This is what I think, where we talk about like the industry, how it's shifted so much, but there's still this like overcast over the service company, like we're going to be dictated to. The tables have turned here for us too. We're busier than we've ever been. It's not going to go away. And we don't want to work for discounts anymore. I'm sorry. And people come up to me and they'll say like, I don't agree with this or I don't agree with that. Go into the Fed group if you're not, and pay attention to what these service guys are saying. I'm not the one making this happen. It's happening. I didn't create this. So there's this talk about getting to this customer, and we're trying to schedule things out. And I think this was maybe yesterday or the day. No, this was actually Friday last week. This something different. Friday last week. Yeah, we got you on the board for like October 25th or whatever. Oh my God, that's too long for this, and we can't. Well, I'm sorry, but I'm not rushing for peanuts when I could be going down the road and making, boatloads of profitability on a customer that values my service, on a customer that's paying street rate, on a customer that I'm going to make a part sale on if this is possible, where I'm going to go make $25 here, or am I going to go make $500 here?
You're making your nose so red.
My nose is itchy. Doesn't that mean something?
I have no idea.
Doesn't that mean
it means that
I'm speaking truth? Ooh.
Now your eyes are watering.
Yeah.
You want a tissue?
No, I'm good. It's not even a thing. It's my nose is just itchy. So there goes my powerful point gone because of a nose itch. But this is like, we're trying to have empathy. We're trying to talk, like we're scheduling things. Like when people call up, they're mind blown that they're going to have to wait. And it's not just for that reason. There's a lot of other reasons. Oh, I need this install done. This was called in, 4 days ago. I need this install done before the weekend. No. First of all, I don't do installations on Mondays and Fridays because there's emergencies, there's craziness. I can't pull 3, 4 guys, 5 guys, all these different guys off the road. They have to be doing service calls to reactive equipment down. Startups are not priority. Commissioning, all those things, they're not priority. If you put this next to a piece of equipment down, what are you going to run to? I got to go to the guy that is saying my combi's down, my walk-ins down. I'm going to lose $10,000 in product. That's where we got to rush. Plus, I got over 40 installations in my pipeline. You know how hard we're working to try to get these scheduled and done? I don't have 50, 60, 70 guys. I have 16 or 17 technicians that are working 14-hour days for this, basically since May started. I can't push them any harder. I can't make them go any faster. They're human beings. They have families. They have children. They have lives outside of here. They're doing everything that they can. And we're doing everything we can to keep the ball moving and keep things going forward. So there's got to be empathy on this stuff. So we talk about nightmare customers and all these nightmare situations. If everyone deployed empathy and understood the other side of the fence and that we're here to help you, not hinder you, things could be so much smoother. You got comments?
Yes. So Taz says, itchy nose means you will get in a fight with someone. Old wives' tale. And that is, yes, that's how I remember it too.
I knew it was something.
You're going to get into a fight with someone.
Probably because of this.
Right now.
I'm not looking to fight. I'm just looking to spit fact. Like that's like I'm, like you look at guys like Joe Rogan. That guy will say anything to anyone about anything. Like he is the most raw, uncut, like version of human life forms everywhere. That just like, and he don't care.
I had an idea, and I wonder if Jeff is watching this, but you and Jeff should do a freestyle battle about food equipment industry.
A freestyle battle issue. Oh boy.
You and him go at it.
Yeah.
Freestyle battle.
I don't know. It could get messy. It could get messy because I'm trying to create impact for the good, for change. And like I said, sometimes this might come across as anger. It's just passion about the market, about the business, about the industry. And it's facts. I'm not talking out of the side of my face here. Like it's facts. And again, if you go into the Fed group and you go into Fed Nation and you're paying attention, the industry of service companies are fed up. Dan Deibler, I might have to shut that down a little bit. I don't know, because I don't want to anger people. It's not what this is about. But and you see the people's commenting under it. It's happening nationwide, and service companies are at their wits' end. They're at their wits' end. No one wants to get up. No one's getting up and working for $70 an hour or $80 an hour. It's not. There's no money in it. These guys, the technicians' salaries are damn near close to that at this point. And when you lump everything into it, it's already there. When you look at insurances and gas and tolls, and you put everything into what the labor rate is, these guys are already at $70, $80 just to get to your site. So there's no money there. And we're in business. There's no. My dad used to say all the time, and this is how long this stuff's been going on. He said there's no cross on the top of our building.
A steeple.
Yeah. This is not a volunteer. There's no volunteers here. This is a business, and we're not partners. To the sense of with money goes, we're partners in the sense of taking care of our customers, but we have a business to run. We have P&L reports. We have things that we have to deliver on. We all run our businesses with one thing in mind: to be profitable and to take care of our employees. I have people that depend on me to make sure we're getting paid proper and paid on time. Those are big jobs that I have. Those are some of the big things that sit in my basket full of things that I need to do. Did a lot of that this week. That's another conversation about putting customers on credit hold. I mean, you know how hard that is to do? Over the years, I rarely do it, but it's getting to the point where it's so hard to operate because I have I have these big accounts of these things, and you have this one, 50,000 over 90 days, 100,000 over 90 days. I have to pay my employees. These people have been paid weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks, and I'm still waiting. It's not right. We have to do better. So I'm going to keep talking about all these different things. I'm hoping to spark some minds, ignite some inspiration from people, and keep these conversations going at FedCon.
And we have a question for you, Rich.
Oh boy.
Why do you think that manufacturers are not valuing service and installers more, especially now with a trade workforce that is shrinking?
I think my simplest answer would be the way it always was. It's just the way it always was. And, I think any business watching, if you live on the way it always was, you're going to get steamrolled because there's an entire industry that's got their engines on, and it's one big steamroller going across the country. Like my
Yes.
Yeah. And that's honestly, I think that's what it is. It's just the way we always did it. It's the way it always was, and that's how it goes. And it's gonna get a lot of businesses in trouble because there's going to be a demand at this point. And I will be perfectly honest. I'm in the process of writing a letter. I'm at about 4 points in as to why I can no longer do business with this manufacturer at these rates and with these expectations and all these things. There's stuff on the back end I'm supposed to be doing to to do different things. I'll go in the back end and do this and make sure you say, no, I don't want to do any of that. I just want to send my bill proper and be paid for the time. I don't want to tweak this and tweak. Are you going to pay me to bring someone in to learn all the ins and outs of all these portals and all this? No, you're not going to. And I'm not being compensated for that. Those people that do that aren't cheap.
No.
We don't pay people pennies here. So there's a lot to that. So I'm going to be writing this letter and I'm going to let them know, like, this is what I require now. This is my agreement. And it's okay if you don't accept it. And I'm not saying we're not going to do work together. Just don't expect me, like I just said, if I'm not running out for $80 for 58 cents or 52 cents or 27 cents a mile, whatever the hell it might be. I'm not gonna put you to the top of our priority list, and the customer's gonna have to wait. And 9 times out of 10, that customer is not even my customer. That's another discussion we keep having across the service industry. You're sending me to XYZ place, some little hole in the wall place. I mean, listen, that's just, they're never gonna call me again. They have a guy.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm rolling up to sites that there's installs, and we get there and they're already installed. Who did it? Oh, my plumber guy did it. Okay, no problem. Have a nice day. And guess what? We get called back because drains aren't right and things aren't right and it won't start. And now they got to pay me anyway. Pay me now or pay me later.
Pierre Carlo says mutual expectations are key to grow the business.
Yeah, mutual, but a lot of that doesn't happen. There's not a lot of that happening, and I think that's what the service guys go to the Fed group, go to thefedgroup.com, go to Facebook to Fed group, go join the Food Equipment Digital Disruptors, see what people are talking about, understand what's happening. There's a shift in the middle of it. There's consolidations, there's acquisitions, right? That's all going down. The industry is we just saw Electrolux make an announcement, about unified brands. Two great manufacturers, by the way, 2 of the best that we love working with. They care about their service network. They care. And we're going to be there. We're going to step up. It's the way it goes. So shout out to the Electrolux and Unified Brands team. Terry Kelly, Joe White, all those guys out there. I mean, they're doing it right. They care about the partnership. They care about the service. And you know what happens when you do that? We care back. That's what a partnership is. And it's not always going to be, roses and dandelions and all that stuff. But when you sit across the table from someone and you come up with something and you both walk away like you feel like it's kind of good, but maybe not. If you both walk away a little unhappy, right? But it's mutual. It's probably a good partnership. Not that we walked away unhappy with those guys because everything was like so great with our partnership.
So Chris wants to know, what are your thoughts on being a third-tier provider for a client?
What are my thoughts on being a third-tier provider for my clients? I don't know if I understand.
Like third in line? Like the third call?
What's your thoughts on being a third-tier provider for a client? I don't know if I'm just having a brain fart here. Just give me Chris, I'm sorry, brother. Just give me a little more context.
He will.
Third
tier provider for a client. I'm guessing the third call.
No, a third tier provider for a client. So if I'm like basically, if I'm third in line, like if a customer or a partnership or manufacturer, whatever it might be, you're saying like they give all the good stuff to these guys, and then I'm getting the third tier, so they're gonna call me for.
Oh God.
Are you calling me like because our real great guys that we always use can't get to it, so we're gonna give it to you.
He says you are not primary, second, but third in line
Right.
if the first 2 decline or can't get to the call.
Right. It took me a second to think on that, Chris. I'm sorry. People think I'm smart. So yeah, but yeah. So I mean, listen, what you're gonna find is that we're not gonna go either, because if these people are not calling me on a regular basis, you go upstairs right now, and if XYZ is calling and we know it, believe me, we know where we stand. It's not gonna happen. It's just not going to happen. I'm sorry. And people are calling, and by the way, it does pain me to turn down calls, because I want to take them all as a businessman in me, right? We want to take them all. Even like new customers calling, it's like, I'm sorry, it's going to be about 2 or 3 weeks before we can get to you. If you go look at my service board, It is booked.
Yeah.
Tomorrow's Saturday, we're booked. Overtime calls are so hard to get to because we're booked. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday next week, 8 a.m. calls are all booked. All the first calls are booked. Second calls are in there. We try to leave things open because you never know what's going to happen. The week after that is all the first calls. Everything is booked. So when people call here and they're like, "Hey, can you swing a tech in real quick?" God, I want to so bad. I can't. I have nobody. People have been waiting. So
the guys that are just sitting over here in the warehouse waiting for a call.
yeah, I mean, I think people are still calling up and again, because it's the way it always was. People calling, "Hey, Rich, I'm going to throw an install your way, man. Thank you so much for thinking of me." I swear to God, I had this conversation 2 weeks ago. Great guy that I work with in the industry. Great guy, great dealer. Rich, I got a big project going on in so and so location. We got some walk-ins. We got some this, that, and the other thing. It's down, way down South Jersey, way down. And I'm like, this probably could turn into something really great. Maybe, I don't know. But I said, brother, I can't take it on.
Yeah.
Because I've already overextended myself. I'm sorry.
So I just wanted to add in Taz's comment that he says Walmart has in-house techs for first call, warranty OEM is second call, and third party is the third call.
Right. Okay. Yeah, I mean, Walmart has a good structure in place to do what they got to do to keep their equipment running. I mean, they're a giant. I mean, they got to have these things in place, systems and processes. So yeah, no, and that all makes sense to me. But yeah, back to Chris too. Yeah, I mean, if they're calling, they're like, listen, we'll probably take it maybe if it's like a manufacturer or something, but we know they don't call us on a regular. Yeah, I mean, I'll say, listen, they're going to sell. We'll do our best. Not going to be today. Might not be this week. Oh, well, and I've had people reach out to me like, Rich, I'll pay overtime. I'll pay double time. I don't care what it is. It's not about the money. I appreciate you saying that you're going to cover all that. It's not about the money. I don't have a physical body. I think that's what's misunderstood. If I have 16 guys booked, solid, it is very hard to move those things and change those things unless a cancellation comes or something, something major happens that stops us from going to these next calls because people have been waiting. You know how hard it is to get back with a part today? Forget about all the parts that are on back order. The parts that we actually are getting in and on our vans, sometimes it's hard. Sometimes it's taken, we want to do a 3-day or less turnaround just that's what we want. That's not happening now. It's just not happening. There's too many new reactive calls coming in. I mean, we're getting 40, 50 calls a day. We're knocking down 40, 50, 60, and then we're getting in 40, 50, 60.
Yeah.
You can't combat it. All we could do is keep scheduling out, communicating and telling people that's how it is. And I've talked about this, and I know we're getting long here. We're gonna have to shut this fire up down in a minute, but I've talked about on my YouTube channel, Maliki TV, many times about being a key account and becoming loyal to your service partner. Times like this, you should have been listening.
Yeah, you had my gears turning here while you were talking because I feel like this message needs to get out to end users and every channel partner because it's just keeps happening. It's the same conversations for the last however many months.
Yeah.
We need to figure out how to get this message out there.
Yeah, you got to find your local service company. It doesn't have to be me. It doesn't have to be me in New Jersey. There's plenty of other companies in the area. They're not going to do as good as me, but there's plenty of other companies. Honestly, it doesn't have to be me if you're in Jersey, New York, whatever. And wherever you are in the country, you choose who you think is going to be a best fit as a partner for you in service and get real loyal. Get real loyal. We actually saw it here. We had a franchisee for an account for a fast food place leave us pre-pandemic. Said, Rich, we had a situation with this and we didn't like how you handled it. Okay, no problem. I did my best to rectify it. I went and met with him like I always do. Sat down, bought the guy a beer. We had a beer. We hung out. And I thought we kind of came to terms like, listen, we've done so good. But my father used to say 1,000 attaboys mean nothing when you get 1 shit. Pardon my French, LinkedIn judges. But pandemic hit. Everything went chaos. Well, guess who's calling? I need someone here today. No. And I'm not saying that to be an a-hole. I'm just saying that jokingly in that sense. But the answer was no, because I have loyal customers and loyal chain accounts and loyal franchisees and loyal hospitals and schools that call me every week, every day, every month, all year long. That's where those slots are there for. I can't just lump you in now when you haven't called me in a year and a half. I'm going to get to you, brother. Can you wait till, it's Monday. Can you wait till Friday? Oh, I can't wait till Friday. I can't. And it's not because I'm just doing that to be, again, my schedule is booked. We're very chain driven here. We know the urgency it takes to get these chain accounts up and running and keep them running. That's where the focus is. The people that call here every day. And that's not just my business. I'm not creating this. That's business in general. Any business. That's it. You take care of your customers, your actual customers. That's what you got to do. That's the business we're in. So that's a fired up on a Friday. We kept it light and then we got real serious.
I know. We really tried to keep it light with the Halloween movie stuff.
We probably should have started with this and ended with Halloween. But you know what? It's okay.
Lesson learned for next time.
It's okay. We're doing it. That's anybody else? Anything else? No one else was good. Everything's good.
Nope, we're
all's
good.
Quiet on the front.
Yes,
right.
It is.
All right, all's quiet on the front on a Friday in October, mid-month. The year has flown by. I can't believe we already went to Cefesa. I was all nervous about my talk. We made it happen. We did it. We're back here. Now I'm nervous about 15 other things, and that's me. So appreciate you jumping on and fired up with me on a Friday. I don't know if I'm going to be in the building for you Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I'll be in New York City next week. I got meetings. We got things going down.
Someone
big
could
things.
Jump on with me though.
We could do that. Listen. I could probably fit in.
Okay.
Something from the LI office.
I do like the takeovers though. I like when people.
I think it's fun. I think it's cool. I like it. It shows the love for what we're doing, the love for the community.
Coker to do one.
My man, my brother TJ.
TJ, come do a fired up with me.
I don't know if he's watching this, but I'll tell you what, TJ, if you are, I'm going to text you and I'm going to see if we can get you on a fired up live. I'm sure you have a lot of stuff to be fired up about. By the way, all the things we're talking about. Listen, that's why I would love to have other service guys and girls jump on, because they're going through the same thing, they're feeling the same way, and they're thinking the same way.
And I'm sure you felt that at the Cefesa conference.
Absolutely. I feel like I have become the voice for everybody's thoughts and feelings, and I'm happy to. But I would love to have you guys jump on and talk about it too. We're gonna have to start scheduling this and making this happen. I got to start reaching out to people legitimately and getting them on. That's what I have to do. No more of this. Hey, if you want to, you know what? I'm going to reach out. So TJ, I'm coming for you. And other guys too. We get Dan Deibler on takeover. Dan Deibler will destroy. He'll crash the internet.
I think he will. LinkedIn will shut it down.
But man, okay, fired up Friday. I have to run to the post office and get some mail. Believe it or not.
All right.
Very exciting stuff. And then there's a lot of other stuff I got to jump into today. Got some meetings in the late afternoon, and it's Friday. So get over to the Fed group. Text me. Is the text thing going up?
It is.
Early bird is about to is going down until October 31st. Fedcon.com. You're not going to want to miss this conference. It's an experience. It's not just a conference. So you're going to want to be in the building. And
if you join the text community, it's a secret code for an even more discounted early bird ticket.
That's right. Going
away October 31st.
Yes. Why are you waiting? Go get your tickets. Go book your hotel. Show that Fed Nation pride. Appreciate you guys. It's Friday again. Happy Halloween. Make sure you do some Halloween-y type stuff this weekend. Watch some scary movies. Drink some apple cider, pumpkin spice. I don't know. Maybe throw a little Jameson in there. And be well, everyone. See you next week.